My wife, Linda, is definitely too fat.
When Roger and I got married, I weighed 135 pounds, and he thought that was fat.
I really did not want to marry a fat person. Look how thin you were there.
I've put on about 45 pounds in the last 20 years. Roger is very furious that I have gained weight. Roger is verbally abusive. He says I'm not worthy of his affection because I'm fat. He won't hug me. He will not kiss me. It's very painful, very hurtful.
I don't think I'm abusive to Linda about her weight. When Linda asks me if I think she looks fat, I have to be brutally honest.
Roger and I rarely have sex.
Sexually, Linda's weight is a humongous turnoff. We used to have sex 2 times a day, and now it's down to once every couple of months. Sex with Linda is like rolling around in a tub of Jell-O.
Whenever I try to initiate sex, Roger pushes me away and tells me that I'm too fat.
It's like having a 60-pound sack of sand on my chest.
I joined a gym. Roger says that I'm wasting my time and his money by going to the gym.
She does not break a sweat when she goes for her exercises.
My fat started turning into muscle, and that turned Roger off as well.
Who wants to be married to a 200-pound Amazon?
Roger appears to sabotage my weight loss efforts. He purchased a treadmill for me. I got on it, and he sat down and lit up a cigarette. I've lost 20 pounds, but it's still not enough for Roger.
I have thought about leaving her for not losing the weight. I would like Linda to lose about 45 pounds. We would have a much healthier relationship if Linda was much thinner.
I am heartbroken over this. I am ready to walk if things don't change. Appearing on the show is my last attempt to save my marriage.
I got 2 different letters from you.
Pretty much.
Pardon me?
Mm-hmm. I know you did.
Yeah, I am right here. The first one says, okay, Roger felt that I was 20 pounds heavier than he cared for me to be. I put on 45 pounds during the past year. He refuses to look at me or hug me. He refuses to wrap his arms around me because I'm too fat. He said I'm wasting my time and his gas by driving to the gym to exercise. I was told that I'm turning fat into muscle and that he is disgusted. He aired his feelings often. He's hurt my feelings. Life with him is nothing but miserable. I've worked out for the last 4 years. I've gotten nothing but negative comments. At one time, I was volunteering at the diabetes center. He said, that's ridiculous. I'm wasting my time and his gasoline. I feel like I'm headed for a nervous breakdown. Now he thinks I'm crazy as well as fat. I'm feeling better physically, but I haven't been able to sleep because of the psychological trauma. This is basically driving me crazy. Let's take a quick poll. If you think that his words to his wife are abusive, stand up. Thank you. Just a quick poll, give you some data. You seem to be very data-oriented. You do. You seem to be very results-oriented, which I am too. So I appreciate that. I don't think you're appreciating that you are hurting this woman. Do you care? Do you love this woman?
I love that woman dearly.
You do love her, but you think you would have a lot better relationship and that things would be better between y'all on many different levels if she would just lose weight.
That's correct.
Okay. And how do you feel about that? Do you want to lose weight?
I want to lose weight. I'm not happy with the way I look. But I'm hurt. I'm very hurt. And I feel like if I lose weight, then I'm congratulated. And that's not right either. Yeah. I shouldn't get sex to be congratulated. I should get sex to be loved. I should be touched to be loved.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you're asking for, right? Just treat me like a valued human being, whatever wrapper I'm in.
That's
and
right.
If we want to change the wrapper, help me, support me, and I'll get there and do it.
Precisely.
We'll try it.
Well, your enthusiasm is underwhelming.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Well, let's see what happens. I mean, I've said it as plain and clear. A, what you're doing is not working. You're Mr. Database Results Man. Recognize what you're doing is not working. Try something different. Encourage her. Be her partner. And see if A, you don't get what you want a whole lot quicker, and B, she doesn't feel a whole lot better about you when she gets there. Because she's going to get looking great.
I hope so.
And she's going to be a little hard to hang on to if you don't do something to heal this wound. You've hurt her feelings.
Yes, I realize
All right.
that.
In our next story, it's the wife who verbally abuses her husband by calling him fat slob and lazy butt. Her daughter likes to chime in too. We'll talk to all of them when we come back.
I verbally abuse my husband, Leon, because he's just too fat.
My wife, Elisa, beats me up over my weight.
I call him a fat pig, a fat a lazy hog, a fat slob, a fat pig, worthless, lazy piece of He's gained 105 pounds since we got together.
My dad is disgustingly fat.
Leon currently weighs 305 pounds.
She told me I was getting fat and lazy and needed to do something with myself.
It's not a very pretty sight when he takes his shirt off. His belly hangs below his belt, and it just kind of folds over. It is disgusting to me.
Elisa and I fight over intimacy issues.
If I smell a foul odor, I tend to get pretty nasty and say, hey, you stink, go take a shower. It's ridiculous. I don't have a lot of interest in having sex with Leon right now. We get into a lot of arguments over him not getting sex. He definitely suffocates me. His stomach actually tends to get in the way.
I have struggled with weight all my life.
He has been eating gas station food for a long time. Tenderloins, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, slices of pizza, cheese sticks, gizzards. He's made several promises to try to lose the weight, and he uses every excuse in the book. I get so frustrated, I just want to scream.
I never go to the gym because I'm afraid people make fun of me.
He talks about exercising, but he never really does it.
He's lazy around the house. He doesn't like to pick up after himself. I constantly tell him to get off his fat ass. He would tell me to get off his back and leave him alone, and he'll do what he wants when he wants.
He farts in public, he burps, he belches.
We go out in public and people stare. There are many times when I've been embarrassed to be seen with him.
She said she was ashamed of me. She doesn't look at me the way she used to.
My mom is always depressed.
Last summer, I filed for divorce. I told Leon that he was a fat, non-caring slob and that I just couldn't stand to be with him anymore. I felt that I deserved something better.
I mean, I can start taking your inventory if you want. We can take you back and put you in a two-piece bathing suit, and I can put you on a turnstile in front of everybody here, and we can start marking your body up, and then we can start looking at your education, your grammar, your intelligence. We can start taking your inventory and absolutely take the hide off you, I'll guarantee.
Yes, sir.
Then we can start on me for being bald and brash and in everybody's face. There's not anybody that you can't just dog on and take their inventory, but what gives you the right to do this with somebody that you supposedly love, the father of your daughter? You're modeling this for her. You call him a short, fat slob, a fat fairy, a lazy, a fat.
Yes, sir.
Y'all can fill in the rest of the. It's not a small cow. I'm not saying heifer. You call him a lazy slob. You say he doesn't want to participate in life. Get off your fat ass and help me, you worthless piece of.
Yes, sir. I have said that.
Oh, well, sign me up for some of that. What?
I want to shake your hand,
Yeah.
Dr. Phil.
Yeah, thank you. What's the deal? And I'm going to get to him in a minute because he has been lazy, he has been irresponsible, he hasn't been taking care of himself, but you've been calling him names and putting him down just like your mother. Excuse me, do you have a mirror?
Exactly, I can't say anything.
No, seriously.
I don't
Do
call
you
him
own a
fat.
mirror in your home?
I call him, no, I just don't like it that he can't do anything with us.
How about you?
I can do
Why don't
stuff.
you inspire by
Yeah.
example? Why don't you do upstream management, child to parent? Why don't you do something? You blame him for you being overweight.
Yeah, it
He's
runs
got-
in the genes.
He's got all he can do to be this overweight. You know, you may be right. That may be true. Y'all are going, oh, but it may be right. But that's no excuse. Let me tell you what genetics do. That just determines who can be overweight, not who will be overweight.
Right.
That just means that you may be prone to it. Okay. you say that you really want to help, but my producers, all standing over here on the side, tell me that you have been like trying to push a rope up a hill in this process, that you've tried to cancel because you're scared I would mention things about you that you didn't want to come out, which I have them written down. I have no interest in talking about this. There's nothing horrible, by the way. I don't even know why you would even be concerned with it. You hesitated to do the field shoot. You were concerned the family would be perceived as tacky. You backpedaled. You refused to discuss your frustrations with your sexual relationship with your wife. You wanted to be a good Christian, although your wife says that you never go to church, although you did the day we were there to shoot. And that you hid the scale somewhere in the house.
I tried, but they found it.
So this doesn't sound to me like somebody busting the door down to get some help. It sounds to me like somebody that's trying to cover all the problems so it's easier to get through this interview.
Well, I think the main thing was I was just afraid to come out here in front of all these people.
I understand that. But this is a chance. This is a threshold for you to turn this around, because she is going to stop treating you the way she treats you. You are going to stop treating him the way he treats you, or I'm going to barricade the house and not even let them in. You don't deserve to be treated that way by them. More importantly, you don't deserve to be treated the way you're treating yourself.
Maybe I just get depressed so bad that
It's momentum, isn't it?
yeah, I mean,
It's momentum. You get into a lifestyle. I want to introduce you to Robert Reams right here in the front. Robert, come up and sit here next to Leon. Meet Robert Reams.
How you doing, Leon?
Hi, Robert.
Good to see you.
You got to work hard to be this overweight. Why did you say that?
Well, because to maintain 305 pounds, you got to work at it. You got to overeat on a daily basis. And Leon right now is taking in over 4,800 calories daily. And at that pace, Leon, you could be sitting here next time, at this time next year, pushing 400.
yeah, no, that's why I'm here.
But let me tell you something. You know, there are things that you can do, and I've written a book called The Ultimate Weight Solution that has 7 keys that are very important to you changing this. It's not a diet. I don't want you to ever be deprived. I don't want you to ever feel hungry. I don't want you to ever feel like you're being punished or living a forlorn existence. But let me tell you, there are a few things, all of y'all, I'll tell you this, there are certain things you can isolate in your diet. For example, you take in 660 calories a day in Mountain Dew alone. You take in 1,300 calories a day in Mountain Dew and ice cream combined on average. If you stopped just those 2 things, you didn't do another thing, you didn't break a sweat, you didn't get off the couch, you didn't change your eating habits, you just dropped Mountain Dew and ice cream, you would lose 136 pounds in 1 year. You do the math. You add up 1,300 calories a day times 7 days and divide that by 3,500 calories, which is a pound. That'll tell you what you can lose just by eliminating certain things in your life. That's not what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you guys, will you make a commitment to butt out of this and let us manage this for a while along with Leon?
Sir.
All I want out of you guys is just saying, good for you.
Yes.
Glad to do it. And if he isn't doing it, you're going to call Robert and tell him. You rat him out. You
I'm
tell
glad to
Robert
do
if
that.
he's not doing it. If you want to do it with him, you can do it with him at the same time. I don't mean necessarily with him, but you can do it at the same time. What I'm willing to do is get you a trainer that will get you out there and get you doing what you need. And this stuff about you're afraid they're going to tease you because you show up and you're so overweight working out. Let me tell you, don't ever be ashamed of trying to help yourself. We're going to get you a nutritionist. We're going to work out the things you need to do to give you a legitimate chance to turn this around, and then I want you to come back here and show all of us what you've done.
I'll do that.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right. Now, Robert, you're in charge.
All right.
You'll take care of this, okay? You're going to
got it,
shepherd this. He's got to do the work, but you're going to shepherd it.
You got it.
Fair enough?
Fair enough.
We're going to work on him. You got to be my eyes and ears,
No problem.
okay? All right. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.